Please join me in welcoming to the stage Tejopala Rawls!
Friendly. You guys are so friendly. Like a lot of the other people here, I'm also a climate activist. That's not the response I normally get. You normally get one of two responses to that. You either get, I hate you and I want to kill you. Or, oh my god, I'm terrified you're going to bore me to death. And I have some sympathy for the second one of those two because, you know, climate activists, we are some of the most boring people on earth. I know because I actually trained in doing the full-length Al Gore slideshow presentation. I don't know if you've ever seen that, it's like, but you guys have got 586 slides to get through to. Yeah, there's like, here's China in flood. Here's Germany in flood. Here's France in flood. Here's Australia, flood and a bushfire. Well done there. Having someone do the full-length Al Gore slideshow is like listening to your grandmother explain the family tree. You feel like you should sit through all of it, and deep down you kind of know that one day you'll regret it if you don't. But you're pretty sure that day's not today. Anyway, enough of this frivolity. Thank you, Tony, for the line of the night. Because climate change is serious. It's serious. And it's urgent. And you know what? The urgency of it makes me worry about the younger generation in the climate movement. I'm getting old. But it makes me worry about the amount of responsibility that's on their shoulders. So they have to like fix everything right now. Like I was in Friends of the Earth cafe the other day. They don't just have food, they have counter food. Salads for the revolution. Vegan brownies to smash the patriarchy. Don't get me wrong, I'm a vegan myself, but I just think there's a lot of pressure to put on a brownie. It's just been baked. I feel like going up to it and going, hey little guy, have you considered just being confectionery for an afternoon first and just seeing how things work out? I'm a New Zealander. Wow, cheers to that as well. I love New Zealand, I love being from New Zealand, but it really sucks having a New Zealand accent because no one ever takes you seriously. No matter what, even if it's a life and death situation, like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please listen carefully to this important safety and... No, listen carefully. People will die in aviation accidents because no one can listen to their problem. Afterwards, they'll find the black box, they'll be like, sir, we think we know what happened. What? Well, we're not really sure, but we think we hear people sniggering during liftoff. Why is that? I don't know. But there will be a very serious investigation. It just sort of lacks gravitas, doesn't it? It doesn't matter who you are either. You know, you can be the Emperor from Star Wars, right? Emperor Palpatine. You can be the most powerful person in the universe, and there's no way you can intimidate Luke Skywalker with a Kiwi accent. You can't do it. Be like, I think when your friends get here, they'll find the Death Star is quite operational. It gets in the way of my work as a climate activist as well. You know, like a little while ago, I was part of a delegation that met with Josh Frydenberg, Minister for the Environment, to talk about the Stop Adani, you know, trying to stop the Adani coal mine. By the way, how amazing is the Stop Adani movement? Yeah! podcast so well right now. I think Adani should change its name to Stop Adani, just for the brand. Seriously, like, I've never seen their logo, but I've seen it. What the fuck does the Adani logo look like? Nobody knows. Anyway, I was on the way in to meet Josh Frydenberg, and I found myself going, but Minister, think of the polar bears. The polar bears. It's a cruel affliction. I'm a Buddhist. I find that meditation helps with a lot of things, including the stress of being a climate activist. But I've found also that not all meditation practices are equally helpful. I found one, for example, I downloaded off the internet and I was listening to it, and it just goes, it's just a voice going, now that you know that there is no future thanks to climate change, you can let go of the weighty moral responsibility of having to do anything. Just relax and listen to the sound of a glacier just cracking and floating away. And now the sound of a baby polar bear just calling to her mother, who isn't there. I don't recommend doing that one, okay? Maybe do the loving kindness meditation. Mummy, the Buddhist man went scary. You know what actually does scare me when it comes to climate change is Elon Musk. Because like he's kind of an insane genius Bond villain who's only on our side kind of by accident. Like, imagine if he flipped and went bad, we'd all be so screwed. I've invented a space cannon that runs on human hope. The more people hope for the future, the greater the blasting power. Because that guy's a genius. I mean, not like our Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull. Malcolm Turnbull is still going, that thing in the sky? I've never seen it before. Keep digging. Keep digging for coal when sunshine's literally falling from the sky. And he always says the same thing too, doesn't he? Have you noticed this? He always goes, solar power only works when the sun is actually shining. He thinks he's really clever. Like, maybe there's an answer to that by now. You know, like, imagine if it was like beer falling from the sky. I'm pretty sure Elon Musk would have an answer to that one, right? You know, like, I'd like to introduce the Tesla beer fridge. It can contain a potentially infinite quantity of beer, and you can run your car on it. I'd love to see that, a Tesla beer fridge, just this humongous beer fridge somewhere in South Australia, all sleek and chrome and space age, you open it up. It's actually got one of every kind of beer known to human history. Cool. I'd love to see Malcolm Turnbull try and argue with that as well, because there's no way you win an argument with free beer involved. I mean, not in Australia anyway. I mean, I'd like to see the political fallout from that one. You know, like next election, Anthony Green's going to be on the TV going, on the numbers coming in, it looks like the coalition is on negative numbers. I've never seen that before. And it's turning into a surprisingly good night for the free beer, where's my giant fridge, I love you, you're my best mate, if yous was a girl I'd totally do you party. At this stage they're looking like gaining control of the Senate. Actually they got both houses. Being a Buddhist and a climate activist is trying to be mindful. Isn't it? Buddhist trying to be mindful. You probably don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I'm trying to be mindful. But you know, it's at least trying to be thoughtful. Ever try to have like a thoughtful conversation about climate change on, say, social media? Hashtag nuance, hashtag reflecting. The same cut through, doesn't it? I mean, trying to have a reasonable conversation on social media about climate change is like trying to have a conversation with your 18-year-old housemate about the state of the kitchen. It's like, I know, I guess you have been leaving dishes. And I know you say that you found a website that says that there's a scientist who says that dirty dishes are actually better for your health. About 97% of scientists actually say it's worse. I looked it up. I know you want your freedom, you don't want any house rules, but would you just do the dishes? I'm a Buddhist, I'm trying not to swear. Hashtag consideration. Hashtag just breathe. That's the thing, 97% of scientists say that climate change is, real and it's caused by humans and it's bad. You know what gets to me is the people who say, yeah, but what about the other 3%? Like, really? 97% will convince me of anything. If 97% of leprechauns started telling me leprechauns were real, I'd start believing in leprechauns. And gentlemen, let's give it in perspective for the gentlemen in the room. If you woke up one morning and you found that your dick had become smaller by 97%. No matter how enormous your partner told you it had been, you'd be pretty upset with it. Yep. That's how we change the world, folks. Making dick jokes about climate change. I've got a book out soon on social change theory. But actually the hardest thing about being a Buddhist and a climate activist is it's really hard to know what you're going to threaten someone like Josh Frydenberg with. What are you going to do? Oh, Minister, if you don't build that, if you build that Adani coal mine, I'll leave you out of my loving kindness meditation. 20 seconds later, you're like, oh, you're okay. What are you going to do? I'll shake my head. I'll levitate. I'll eat vegan food very mindfully. Right at you. See this brownie? It's my comrade in the revolution. Your time has come, my little friend. Revolution, my name's Tejopala.